Welcome to Martial Mastery Media, your ultimate destination for in-depth documentaries on martial arts history, combat science, legendary warriors, fighting systems, and the stories that shaped the world of martial arts. Here we go far beyond surface-level explanations. We explore origins, philosophies, technical evolution, historical figures, and the cultural forces that drive human combat across generations. In this feature presentation, we dive into one of the most iconic martial arts franchises ever created, Street Fighter. More than just a video game, Street Fighter is a cultural phenomenon that shaped modern fighting games, influenced martial arts practitioners worldwide, and introduced countless fans to global combat styles. What began as a simple arcade cabinet in 1987 grew into a universe spanning decades of evolution, deep narrative arcs, legendary characters, anime series, movies, comics, competitive tournaments, and a loyal global fan base. And before we begin, don't forget to explore our other documentary videos here on Martial Mastery Media. From the history of Muay Boran, samurai martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, medieval European combat, Viking fighting systems, and practical self-defense, to the biographies of Bruce Lee, Jigoro Kano, Mas Oyama, Gichin Funakoshi, and more. Be sure to also check out our sister channels Galactic Secrets for mind-bending explorations of space, aliens and cosmic mysteries, and myths through time for deep dives into mythology, ancient legends, gods, and forgotten worlds. 1. The origins of Street Fighter and the birth of a global gaming revolution. Street Fighter's origins trace back to 1987, when Capcom introduced a revolutionary arcade machine that quietly became the seed of an entertainment giant. The first game followed a young Ryu as he traveled across the world to test his skills, battle legendary opponents, and refine his martial discipline. Although the game was primitive, with stiff controls, simple sprites, and only 2 playable characters, it planted the fundamental DNA of the fighting game genre. Directional input combinations, special moves, and unique global martial arts. But everything changed in 1991 with the release of Street Fighter II, a groundbreaking title that redefined the possibilities of gaming and ignited a global cultural movement. The game introduced 8 unique fighters from different countries, each with their own detailed fighting styles, personalities, animations, and special moves. The combination of competitive gameplay, responsive controls, detailed character design, and high replay value made Street Fighter II one of the most influential video games ever created. This expanded section explores the massive shift in gaming culture triggered by Street Fighter. Arcades were reborn, becoming social hubs where players lined up with tokens in hand, challenging strangers and developing the earliest forms of competitive strategy. Street Fighter II not only transformed arcades, it shaped the future of home consoles, influencing how developers designed fighting games for decades. The franchise expanded into sequels including Street Fighter II Turbo, Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter II, Alpha, Street Fighter III with its legendary parry system, and later Street Fighter IV, which resurrected the arcade scene during the HD era. The evolution continued with Street Fighter V's esports integration and Street Fighter VI's modern open-world storytelling and drive mechanics. Capcom refined animation techniques, introduced fluid movement systems, designed deeper combat engines, and elevated the franchise to cinematic storytelling levels. By the 2000s, Street Fighter had become not only a video game series, but a global cultural brand, inspiring films, anime, comic books, merchandise, martial arts choreography, and enormous worldwide tournaments. The franchise became a blueprint for competitive gaming, and its influence continues today in every fighting game that exists. 2. How Street Fighter transformed competitive gaming and built the fighting game community. Expanded esports analysis. The influence of Street Fighter on global competitive gaming cannot be overstated. It effectively created the fighting game community, FGC. When Street Fighter II arrived, players began forming unofficial tournaments inside arcades, challenging each other in intense battles of precision, reaction speed, and strategic mind games. These early matches set the foundation for modern esports. With every update, Turbo, Hyper Fighting, and Super Street Fighter 2, players developed deeper mechanics, learning frame data, spacing, pressure, anti-airs, and advanced execution techniques. This sparked a competitive culture where mastery required not just reflexes, but psychological warfare, understanding opponent tendencies, and adapting under pressure. As the franchise grew, the FGC expanded globally. In Japan, arcades like Mikado and Taito Station became battlegrounds of elite players. In America, arcades like Chinatown Fair created local legends. In Brazil, Mexico, the Philippines, Europe, and the Middle East, the Street Fighter community blossomed into a worldwide network. Street Fighter III: Third Strike introduced parrying, a mechanic so technically demanding that Daigo Umehara's full parry of Chun-Li's Super Evo Moment #37 became one of the most iconic moments in esports history. With Street Fighter IV, the FGC entered a renaissance era as arcades revived, online play expanded access, and international tournaments like Evo, Capcom Cup, and Red Bull Kumite reached millions of viewers. This section now dives deep into how Street Fighter helped esports evolve from a niche hobby into a global spectator sport, explaining how the game influenced tournament structures, commentary styles, rivalry culture, professional sponsorships, live event production, and the psychology of competitive players. 3. The story, lore, and narrative depth of Street Fighter, expanded mythology and timeline. While many casual fans view Street Fighter as simply a martial arts fighting game, its lore is surprisingly rich, intricate, and deeply philosophical. At the center of the narrative is Ryu, whose journey represents the eternal quest for spiritual purity, martial discipline, and self-mastery. His struggle against the Satsui no Hado, a dark, destructive energy rooted in killing intent, reflects ancient Japanese themes of inner demons, spiritual corruption, and the warrior's path toward enlightenment. His counterpart, Ken, represents the fiery side of martial arts, fueled by passion, ambition, and competitive drive. Their rivalry mirrors the duality at the heart of martial arts: discipline versus emotion, restraint versus aggression, humility versus pride. Meanwhile, the world faces the threat of Shadaloo, a criminal empire led by M. Bison, Vega in Japan, whose psycho power grants him superhuman abilities. Shadaloo conducts experiments, kidnaps children, corrupts fighters, and manipulates governments, serving as an allegory for political tyranny, weaponized science, and authoritarian control. Chun-Li's quest to avenge her father, Guile's mission to rescue Charlie, Cammy's struggle against brainwashing, and Juri's thirst for vengeance all reflect how personal trauma shapes the fighter's journey. The expanded lore section explores these emotional narratives, the philosophical symbolism of characters like Akuma, Guki, and Oro, the multiple timelines connecting Alpha, Street Fighter II, and Street Fighter IV, and the spiritual concepts that influence the franchise, including Zen, Taoism, key manipulation, and martial arts mythology. The deeper themes of justice, revenge, corruption, destiny, and redemption elevate Street Fighter beyond simple entertainment into a richly woven martial arts universe. 4. Street Fighter characters, heroes and villains, backgrounds, combat styles, and martial analysis. Street Fighter's universe is defined by its vibrant cast of heroes and villains, each representing unique martial arts, philosophies, and psychological traits. This section breaks down the good guys and the bad guys, highlighting their fighting techniques, motivations, and cultural impact. Heroes, good guys, Ryu, the wandering master of the Hado background, a disciplined martial artist seeking spiritual and physical perfection. Ryu travels the world to refine his skills and master the Hado, a manifestation of life energy. Combat style, and Satsuken karate, Shotokan and Kyokushin influences, incorporating Hadouken energy projections, Shoryuken uppercuts, and spinning tornado kicks. He embodies discipline, patience, and controlled power. Ken masters, the fiery fighter background, Ryu's rival and close friend, a confident and flashy fighter who balances competitive spirit with family life. Combat style, Ansatsuken karate blended with American kickboxing and boxing elements. His attacks are fast, flashy, and aggressive, emphasizing agility and explosive power. Chun-Li, Interpol officer and lightning legs. Background: driven by justice and the loss of her father, Chun-Li fights to dismantle Shadaloo. Combat style: wushu acrobatics and Chinese kenpo. Rapid leg strikes, high-speed kicks, flips, and aerial agility define her movements. Guile: the American hero. Background: Air Force major fighting to avenge his friend Charlie and protect global security. Combat style: military-inspired strikes, sambo grappling, and freestyle wrestling. His sonic boom and flash kick integrate tactical martial techniques with superhuman abilities. Cammy White: Delta Red operative. Background: former Shadaloo assassin seeking redemption through British Special Forces. Combat style: close quarters combat, submission grappling, and fast acrobatic strikes. She is efficient, agile, and precise. Blanca: the Amazonian beast. Background: grew up in the Amazon jungle. Mutation gave him electrical abilities. Combat style: capoeira-inspired movements, rolling attacks, and animalistic, unpredictable combat. Dalsim: the yoga master. Background: monk who fights to protect the innocent, combining spirituality with combat. Combat style: yoga-based stretching techniques, energy projection, long-range attacks, and defensive strategies. E. Honda: the sumo champion. Background: proud sumo wrestler representing traditional Japanese martial arts. Combat style: sumo grappling, palm strikes, body slams, and explosive forward pressure. Sakura Kasugano: Ryu's student. Background: inspired by Ryu, she trains to emulate him and discover her own martial path. Combat style: young Ansatsuken, fast but less refined, relying on passion and raw energy. Villains: bad guys. M. Bison: dictator of Shadaloo. Background: ruthless global crime lord, master of psycho power. Combat style: hybrid kickboxing and taekwondo with supernatural psycho power attacks. His philosophy is domination, control, and absolute power. Akuma Guki: the demon warrior. Background: embraced the dark side of Ansatsuken to gain ultimate power, abandoning humanity. Combat style: dark Ansatsuken, Satsui no Hado-infused strikes, teleportation, lethal ki attacks. Represents destructive mastery of martial arts. Sagat: the Muay Thai emperor. Background: former king of Muay Thai seeking redemption and revenge against Ryu. Combat style: Muay Thai, precision, devastating knees, elbows, roundhouse kicks, and tiger attacks. Balrog: the brutal boxer. Background: disgraced heavyweight champion turned Shadaloo enforcer. Combat style: pure boxing, devastating uppercuts, hooks, and dash punches, emphasizing raw power. Vega: the narcissistic assassin. Background: Spanish aristocrat and Shadaloo enforcer, obsessed with beauty and perfection. Combat style: ninjutsu and acrobatic bullfighting-inspired techniques, claws, high-speed attacks, and agility-based combat. Yuri Han: the sadistic taekwondo killer. Background: fueled by vengeance, enhanced with the feng shui engine. Combat style: modern taekwondo with spinning kicks, leg-based combos, and high-speed aggression. Seth: the artificial combat machine. Background: synthetic warrior created by Shadaloo's Sin, division to replicate global fighting styles. Combat style: hybrid of all techniques from Muay Thai to grappling to psycho power, representing technology over human skill. Gil: the godlike ruler of the Illuminati. Street Fighter 3. Background: controls the secretive Illuminati organization with elemental powers. Combat style: combines supernatural elemental attacks with martial precision, symbolizing divine judgment and elite combat mastery. Oro: the Hermit Master, sometimes villainous depending on story. Background: ancient martial arts master testing new generations. Combat style: one-armed martial arts, extreme strength, mystical techniques, and supernatural insight. 5. Street Fighter's influence on real martial arts, combat training, and fighter psychology. Fully expanded. While Street Fighter showcases supernatural elements like fireballs and teleportation, the game remains deeply grounded in real-world martial arts science. Many of its techniques reflect authentic mechanics of human movement: hip torque, kinetic chaining, centerline theory, weight distribution, counter-striking, limb targeting, defensive setups, feinting, and momentum control. Developers studied martial arts footage, trained with real fighters, and incorporated biomechanics to create moves that feel powerful and believable. This expanded section examines how martial artists worldwide have been inspired by the franchise, from children choosing their first martial arts class because of Chun-Li or Ryu, to professional fighters referencing the game in interviews. Many MMA fighters, karate practitioners, Muay Thai competitors, boxers, stunt performers, choreographers, and martial arts instructors credit Street Fighter for influencing their training paths. Some gyms use Street Fighter-inspired drills, footwork exercises, and mental conditioning scenarios. The game also introduced psychological concepts like reading opponents, spacing, baiting, hit confirmation, and mental resets, which are deeply relevant in real fighting and competitive sports. This section now deeply analyzes how Street Fighter blends entertainment with authentic martial philosophy, making martial arts accessible and inspiring to millions. 6. Street Fighter's global cultural impact on gaming, martial arts, and modern media. Fully expanded documentary section. Street Fighter's cultural influence spans over 30 years and extends far beyond gaming. It shaped early arcade culture, inspired entire genres of video games, led to global esports evolution, and transformed gaming into a universally shared art form. The series influenced martial arts cinema, inspiring choreography, stunt performance, video editing trends, and character archetypes seen in movies, anime, and comic books. The Hadouken, Shoryuken, Sonic Boom, and Yoga Flame became cultural icons recognized even by people who have never played the game. Street Fighter's characters appeared in fashion, music videos, tournaments, memes, professional competitions, and worldwide communities. This expanded section explores how Street Fighter united people across cultures, from Japanese arcade legends to Brazilian players competing on old cabinets, from American tournaments to European fighting game festivals. Examines how the series influenced character design in anime, the rise of cosplay, the spread of martial arts references in youth culture, and collaborations with brands, events, and martial arts schools. Street Fighter continues to shape modern combat storytelling, inspire character creation in new fighting games, and influence how martial arts are portrayed in digital media. Its impact is vast, enduring, and woven deeply into gaming and martial arts history. Call to action and video conclusion. Thanks for exploring the world of Street Fighter with us. From Ryu's disciplined Unsatsuken to Akuma's lethal Satsui no Hado, and from Chun-Li's Wushu to Bison's Psycho Power. We've seen how each hero and villain combines unique martial arts, philosophy, and psychology, and how the franchise has influenced gaming, martial arts, and pop culture worldwide. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Martial Mastery Media, and share it with friends who love martial arts and gaming. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, check out our sister channels, Galactic Secrets, exploring aliens, space, and cosmic mysteries. Myths Through Time, diving into ancient myths, legends, and history. Stay disciplined, stay curious, and keep exploring the world of martial mastery.